Okay, good evening, ladies. Sorry about that. I am running a bit behind because I had some technical issues, so I am not going to keep us for too long. I'm just going to go over the changes, which obviously kick in properly tomorrow, and then you can ask any questions, and then we will just call it a night at that. So, what is BODi? Okay, so we all know a little bit about body blocks. Has anyone not done a body class, like tried a body workout? You know, like have you not tried the body classes yet, Tanya?
I don't think so. I know when I first joined, I had it free for 30
Yeah.
days, but I can't remember if I ever done any of them because I don't know, everyone that I joined with was just sort of doing the programs on Beachbody, so I think I just went straight into them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Okay, so basically, the company has moved with the times, and Beachbody has been misconstrued in the media as everybody should be a beach body, which was always meant to be that your body, no matter what it was a beach body, and it's been misconstrued. So we are now becoming BODi. So if anyone has any share cards out, these become void from tomorrow. So I'm presuming that it's going to be midnight PST, so Pacific Standard Time. So you can still chase up with people tonight and remind them to use their cards tonight, because tomorrow they'll log in to their cart and it'll just be empty. There'll be nothing in there anymore, because obviously there will be no £118 pack anymore. There will be no Beachbody On Demand on its own anymore. So BODi is all changing, and I'm sure that some of you have read some bits and pieces about it. So obviously Beachbody On Demand is still there. So the Beachbody On Demand platform. So for example, if you've still got, or one of your customers has still got 6 months until their renewal is due, they're not suddenly going to be completely cut off. They're still going to have all their Beachbody On Demand workouts. What will happen is when their renewal is due, a month before their automatic, because obviously it auto renews after a year. So a month before their auto renew is due, Beachbody will email them and advise them of the new price of £179 annual for the bod and body together. Okay, so it's obviously just going to be called BODi. And that is what it will automatically renew at. Now, I know that not everybody gets their emails from Beachbody. So what I would say is, and it's obviously completely up to you guys, but I would have, well, for me specifically, I always can't contact everyone before their auto renewals due anyway, and remind them that it's due, and then get them to renew with a pack because it's better value. So I would still contact them and advise them of the changes in prices, remind them that their auto renew is due, and then give them the pack options. So because quite often Beachbody emails get lost in their junk box unless they've reported them as not spam. Okay. With the BODi, they obviously get the extra nutrition, so there's more to be, and portion fixed recipes, and the monthly mindset menu, I think that's what it's called, and the portion fix alternative. So they do get more nutrition help. Obviously they get access to speaking to Autumn and Alana as well, but they also now get all of these workouts. So they are live streamed workouts. Okay, so you can join the podcast. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know what that is, they have so many spaces where you can be on the big screen. So when you do a body workout, you see the big screen, they always thank the podcast. You do get the opportunity to be on those classes. So if that is something that interests you, look out for those, or your customers. They have like a little lightning sign next to them, and they can join these classes. These workouts also get recorded. Okay, so if you can't make a live class because, well, you don't work out in the evening and Eastern time doesn't work out so great with working out at 5 a.m. here, you can still catch the replay of those classes, so you still have access. At the moment, they don't have a record function, like a download function like the Beachbody On Demand workouts have. And then we have body blocks, okay? So our first body blocks start on Monday. And every month there's going to be a super trainer block, there's going to be an iron block, there's going to be an all body block, and there's going to be a bike block. Bike blocks can be done from any bike. You don't need to have the mixed bike, which is handy since we don't have it over here. And basically so when you are on your, and like you've probably, some of you all have looked at this, but when you go into your Beachbody On Demand app, when you're on the home page, it tells you the current and upcoming blocks for body, but I think you have to have active body to see that. And then you just basically pick the blocks that you want and hit join now. Okay, there's printable calendars, there is information, so it's dead similar to Beachbody On Demand, so that you can follow along with the workouts. Every body block is 21 days. Okay, so when Beachbody initially started, it was all the programs were 21 days and then a week recovery. And then obviously programs changed, trainings changed, and now all the science points to work out for 21 days and then give your body that unconditional progress, that recovery week, and then get into another block. So if you have people who are really struggling, like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I find customers are so motivated for the first 2 to 3 weeks in a program, and then all of a sudden you kind of see them dwindling off, or they maybe get an injury, or they maybe miss a couple of workouts because work's been really busy, and then they just can't bring themselves back into it to finish, say, the additional 4 or 5 weeks. So the 3 weeks is a really nice time to keep your customers engaged. And then you have that recovery week where there's still the option of some workouts, but you can really promote self-care with your customers as well. So you can point them to all the flexibility and the yoga that is in BODi. You can point them towards some of the stuff, the foam rolling, or some of the other stuff that's within the BOD app. So you can still direct them to be doing something, but it gives people a bit of a chance to give their bodies a break, stop aches and pains and niggles, try the sample for the next body block or the next program that they want to try, and not get overwhelmed by something that's like 8 weeks long or 12 weeks long. Because for some of you, you maybe look at a program and go, oh, that's 12 weeks, great, I don't need to pick something else for 12 weeks. Whereas some people go, 12 weeks, that's a really long time, and it's really overwhelming for them. So the 21 days is a really good way to keep people engaged who have maybe been struggling to finish a program, struggling to keep up with a program, and just, you know, because there's nothing worse for people who keep starting a program and then can't finish it, and they never get a badge, and they never get celebrated, and, you know, they never feel like they've got a win. Whereas if they can get through this 5 days a week for 21 days, they get a badge, brilliant. You can celebrate them in your group, brilliant. And then they feel like they've done really well, and that then obviously motivates them to keep going. Anyway, I could waffle on about this all day. But let's talk about some of the prices and stuff. Right, so at the moment, the pack price goes up. Well, not at the moment, definitely pack price goes up tomorrow. Okay, so if someone's taken an annual BOD and annual BODi together, which is now what it is, it's £179. Everybody should still have their promo codes. Okay, so does everybody know what their promo code is? Yeah, okay, so it's just basically your name, TSP20. So they are good all year. So if you have a look, the BOD and BODi Shakeology or Shake and Hustle pack is £199. So if you take your promo code, it's £179. So no brainer. BOD and BODi on its own is £179 annually, or you can add in your product, get your nutrition programs, and it's £179 as well. So I would always offer the pack. If they say, oh, is there not an option without all that? Just explain, well, you can, you guys know how to explain it, don't you? You go, well, yes, but it's the same price. It's £179 and you're getting way less. We also have the performance packs and the glow up packs, so they're £20 more. So that's just because you pay VAT on them. So you can explain that to the people. So when you're speaking to people about the new pack and when you're trying to get them set up, really ask some questions before. So don't just sign them up with a Shakeology pack because that's the cheapest. Or don't just sign them up with a Shake and Hustle pack because, oh, they get to try 2 of the things that you really like. Really ask them some questions, you know. Don't tell them what you like, but find out some things about what they like, because they could have a real issue with chocolate and finding that they're eating 5 chocolate biscuits with their cup of tea. So they might be better with beach bars, or they might get really bad muscle pain and be really tired. Well, then they're going to be better with a performance pack, because then they're energized for before and they'll recover after. So make sure that you really ask them the questions, and then you're able to advise them what would be the best pack for them and explain the pricing and the reason why that you've picked that. Okay, there is still obviously the 3 monthly and 6 monthly options. This is where I'm going to fail, because I was meant to look up the prices for those today and I did not, because I ran out of time. I can't tell you what they are, but they will be in the coach office. But they're obviously going to work out so much more than a total solution pack. So if unless someone really, really can't afford the total solution pack, always offer it to them. And you know, if they really are interested, then the chances are that they will find a way. If you know, you might get people that are due for renewal putting up a bit of a block to why they don't want to renew for that price. So just really explain to them, show them the value. If they don't have BODi already right now, you can get BODi free for the first 14 days. So send them a link for a share a cart for a month of BODi, and they get it free for 14 days. So they can try a few workouts, but make sure you do that in plenty of time before their renewal, or just jump on a Zoom with them and screen share them and show them your BODi, so that they can see what's in there, they can see the value of it, and they know what's going on. Which leads me into being product of the product, which is one of our vital behaviors anyway. But if you are speaking to people about the new pack, then you have to be able to really showcase the value yourself. So you have to be aware of the product. You have to be product of the product. So if you don't have BODi right now, I would say even just take a month of it for the 1994. Try a BODi block, or try a few workouts if you're mid-program, and then you can really speak to your customers about what BODi is and what it can do for them. Because if you've never tried it, or you know, you're not promoting it, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Also, when you are speaking to new customers, don't mention the old price. Okay, the old price with the new customers, or with anyone really, is completely irrelevant. So you don't need to say to them, well, it used to be £118 and it was such a great deal, but now it's £179, but still a great deal because you're getting so much more. Because all that's going to flag up to new people is, hold on, it's £60 more expensive than it used to be, when they have no experience of what it was before, and they have no idea of what the price was before if you've not really chatted to them before. So I would lead with, right, so never say the price first, tell them all the amazing things they're going to get. If you're on a Zoom, like I say, screen share everything that they're going to get, and then give them the price once they already see the value of the pack. Okay, so very much you've got 2 different ways of explaining it. If it's somebody completely new, you don't need to dwell on the old price. If it's somebody that's renewing, you need to really believe that the extra that they're getting is worth it, which I really do believe, by the way, because I love BODi. But you know, you've got to know a little bit about it so you can really say to them, look, this is amazing value. And you'll find that some of your renewals will not even blink an eyelid at paying more. And then you'll find that some might really put up a barrier against it, but those are the ones that potentially wouldn't renew anyway. So I wouldn't worry. But going forward, definitely have a plan that you speak to people at least 2 weeks before their renewal is due, so that you can, like I say, give them the 14 days free of BODi so they can try it. If you think that there's somebody that's going to be, I wouldn't even lead the conversation with, I'm contacting you now so that you can try the 43 days. I'd be like, I'm contacting you now to give you plenty notice. You should have received your email from BODi, because they would have got that a couple of weeks earlier. But I just wanted to check in and remind you that your renewal's due in a couple of weeks, chat about the new price, you know, get you set for renewing in a couple of weeks. And then if they do have any issues with BODi, then you can say to them, well, why not try it for a week? Like I say, so when you do the share a cart, it actually says in it, payment will be taken after 14 days. So they'll be able to see that they're not getting charged right away. Which leads me again to the believe in it. I really believe, I do a lot of the BODi stuff anyway, a lot of the stretching, a lot of the meditation, the cycling is great. So I do really believe in it, and I'm really excited for it. Obviously, change is pretty scary, especially when we might open the app tomorrow and it might look completely different. I have no idea how it's going to look tomorrow. It'll probably be the exact same, except it'll say BODi instead of Beachbody. But obviously, changes are scary. But I think if we really embrace them, it's not the first time that Beachbody has been through changes. It is the first time that Beachbody has been through changes when we've been there. But it's not the first time, you know, they used to run through infomercials and DVDs. So I can only imagine how scary it was for some of these long-term coaches who then suddenly had to deal with an app, and all these other things. So it has been through changes before. It's still very competitive, and it still has things that a lot of these other fitness apps don't have. It has the community, it has the nutrition, and it's got you guys as coaches or partners, as we're now calling ourselves, who are there to really inspire people and lift people up. And you're not just being BODi, you're not just representing BODi, you're representing yourself as a partner of BODi. So you're not just giving people the workouts and the nutrition, but you're giving people you, and the special thing about you and the thing that made them want to talk to you and connect with you. So you've got to remember that it's not just the workouts that you're giving them. You're giving them the piece of you that is the missing piece of the puzzle to make it work for them. There I go, getting all philosophical at the end. Right. I'm going to open it up for questions. Does anyone have any questions? Go on, someone ask a question.
So sorry, when they renew, from now on, do they have to have BODi, or could you still renew with just Beachbody? You can't anymore.
Not anymore from tomorrow. So if you have anybody you really want to renew for the lower price, you have to do it tonight. Which is a little bit short notice. But like I say, they will get the email and stuff. Yeah, so from tomorrow, it's just all one platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Tanya, there will be training in the Dream Team page. Did you manage to join the new Dream Team page?
Yeah, I am on there. I've been talking to them today. I've done some of their training, but more like the new coach ones, but none of the sort of change for BODi yet. So I thought I'd jump on to this one tonight, because it was a good time.
If I can see something, I'll tag you, because there will be team calls on that as well.
Lovely, thanks.
Sorry, Pamela.
Can you hear me okay?
Can
you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you? So my voice is gone. So say you upgraded to the BODi for the year, like just now, but like my bod runs out, it will run out in December, but if I take BODi for the year, just now, like I think it's an extra £50 or something.
Yeah, it's
so
£57.
Yeah, so would it renew after the year then?
So and don't quote me on this, but from what I can tell is that you would get a partial refund when you upgrade your TSP. You would get a partial refund of what's left of the year. So I had a lady who upgraded today to yesterday to annual BODi, and she also got her bod included in that. So her bod wasn't due for renewal for another few months. So they gave her a refund on what was left of her bod and then gave her an annual bod and body. Does that make sense? That worked for her. But if you're not in sync, then when you come to renew your TSP, you'll get a partial refund. And same for any of your customers. Anyone else? Is anyone starting a body block next week? Anyone tempted?
I would have been, but I've still to catch up in another one.
Yeah, so what a shame, you've like got to finish your thing, but then there'll be one the month after, which is autumn. So if anyone doesn't know, the one for April is a revamp of 21 Day Fix super trainer block, which is pretty cool.
So the blocks are going to be on from next week. So
Yes.
obviously they're not downloadable, so are they not going to be, will they not stay there? So could I join, like, I do it after?
Yeah, so they will still be there after. They're just not downloadable in the way that the bod workouts are. You know, you can download them to watch.
Download this, you can use it anywhere.
Sorry, that's one thing that I forgot to mention for your customers, is that the super trainer block every month, so Lacey's block is free to everybody, but normally the super trainer block comes at an extra cost, which I'm not sure what that is either, unless your customer is on a monthly HD. So if your customer has got Shakeology every month or Performance Stack, they automatically get their super trainer block for free. Another one. Yes, got that. See, I even had notes and I still don't say half of what I want to say. What I would say is, just remember that within about 3 months, see all these changes that seem super scary now, they're just going to be completely like normal, and you'll wonder what you were ever worried about. Basically, it's one of those, isn't it?